Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back for another One Piece review. The Voyage continues with episode 1115, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to join the council and become a part of the crew. Ladies and gentlemen, the council is now in session. Let the meeting begin. All right, everybody, thank you all for joining me for another week of One Piece. As always, hope everybody's doing super fantastic. So here's the deal, everybody. I'm in shambles, right? My hard drive died. I lost everything. I lost entirely everything in this last episode of the 115 I was recording. It got corrupted. But thankfully, I was able to save the audio, everybody. So we're gonna do something a little bit different this week, everybody. So we won't have the 1115 reaction, but we do have the 1115 discussion. Unfortunately, there isn't any visual from the discussion. It was just the audio, but I'm going to add my own visuals, of course, and post-production here and all that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I didn't want to just record everything. I wanted to just kind of take this as an opportunity to kind of do the videos a little bit different than how I normally do them. But nonetheless, I hope you guys do enjoy it. I'll be back again next week for the 1116 review, but nonetheless, let's get into discussion for 1115, everybody. All right, everybody, we're going to start off this week's discussion with the recent news about the One Piece remake. So we got the reveal of the main production staff, and we also got an interview from the production staff as well. And in the interview, we got to hear the staff's thoughts on the fruition of the remake project and how it all came together. And we also got to hear some of their ideas of how they want to make the remake unique, everybody. So we got a lot of talented people working on the One Piece remake, everybody. So we are in good hands. We're in great hands, and it's also a huge plus that all of these, pretty sure all of the staff members are, huge fans of the series. They've been talking about, majority of them on screen, that in interviews, everybody just talking about how much they love the series, how, when they started watching the series, and, the things that they love about the series and things of that nature. We also got a little, a little bit of that insight in this interview as well, which was great. But I do want to talk about this quote directly from the director, right? So I'm facing this as a long series. If people like what we created, we would be creating this in the long run, and if it does, it means this work is loved by many. I want to continue for a long period and create this forever. So that leads me to my question of the week, everybody, which is how long, or how far rather, do you think the One Piece remake should go? Right. Me personally, I think a phenomenal stopping point, or just a point to get to in general, would be just do all of the pre-time skip for One Piece, right? I think that would be amazing. If we can reanimate all of the pre-time skip, that'll be great. Now, as far as doing the whole series, I'm not sure about that one, but from the quote from the director, it seems like they at least have plans to potentially do the entire series if there's a lot of support and love from the fans and everything. So that's a great thing. As long as it's getting support, it's like they're gonna continue to animate this. At least they want, and they have the drive to animate this, so that's a great thing as well. But I just don't know if I would want the remake to go all the way to the end, like just like have a whole nother One Piece going on, like two versions of One Piece. That would be crazy. But let me tell you, I will tell you all this right now. If Wit does decide to animate the entirety of One Piece, I will be right there for a whole nother decade journey. I'll be right there. No questions asked. I'm right there. All right. No questions asked. So yes, me personally, I don't think we necessarily need to reanimate the entire series, but pre-time skip, I think if we can get the pre-time skip reanimated, that'll be phenomenal, and then we'll do wonders for the One Piece series as a whole, right? But moving on into a little bit of the 1115 discussion now, everybody. So we're gonna start us off with Aokiji, everybody. And I was talking last week about how we needed to get some real answers out of Aokiji and not some BS. And I guess in a sense we got a answer. I'm not really vibing with it still. It seems to just be more of a situation of circumstances, right? He just so happened to go to his island and BlackBeard was there, right? And BlackBeard offered him a spot on his crew, and he's just like, well, I'm gonna join you, right? But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, right, it seems like we're going with the mutual interest route for the reason why he joined up with BlackBeard. But what mutual interest does these two guys, both Blackbeard and Aokiji, have together, right? You know, Aokiji really didn't fully explain that either. You know, like what mutual interest do you guys share if we're going that route, right? What is it? You know, I guess Aokiji didn't really fully explain what is his new sense of justice or what is his new goal or whatever. I don't know if he wants to take down Akinu just because or whatever. I don't know. We don't know. We still don't know what the hell going on. We need a real answer from you, Aokiji, right? We need a real answer from you. Why the hell did you join up with Blackbeard? Just because is not an answer. I need something more than that. All right, I need something more. And then, you know, Blackbeard did make a good point about, you know, due to your previous employment that you're gonna be tied up in conflicts no matter where you go. But I mean, I'm still of the mindset that you could have joined anybody else. All the crews you could have, out of all the crew members, not crew members, out of all the crews you could have joined to become a member of, there we go. You chose Blackbeard. It's still just kind of weird. And I mean, hell, you could have, once again, you could have started your own crew if you really wanted to, right? You got the strength to do it. Why not? I don't know. It's still just weird to me. So yeah, Aokiji, just if what is your true goals now? What do you want to do with your life now? Now that you are free, as Blackbeard said, what do you want to do? Right? We still haven't gotten that answer out of you, so I'm ready to hear that. But moving on from there though, Aokiji versus Garp. We actually got a little scuffle. I didn't think we was actually gonna get a little scuffle, but we got a scuffle, everybody. They out there squabbling. Yeah, they squabbling out there.
Yeah, they squabbling out here now. Yeah.
Nothing crazy though, you know, nothing crazy, just a small little squabble, but it was nice to see Garp actually in action out there moving. You know, he still got it. He may be old, but that man can still move. All right, don't mess with him. Almost every attack Garp was throwing out, you can just see the hockey just radiating off this man. It's crazy. And then another thing that I noticed also during this fight, I'm not sure if it's the case or not just yet, but it doesn't seem that Aokiji has haki, right? Throughout this fight, he didn't use it, but he was using like long range attacks throughout the majority of the fight. We're probably really after the entirety of the fight, right, that they had going on. So maybe that's the reason why, if he does know hockey, he may not necessarily know how to like confuse his ice with hockey, right? So he probably didn't really have a chance or need to use hockey in the moment. And Garp didn't really give him a chance to use anything either. He didn't really like, you know, throw no punches at him. When he did catch him, he slammed that man through the ground, which was nuts in itself. But yeah, so I mean, as of right now, it doesn't seem like Aokiji has hockey, but I would be hella shocked and hella surprised if that is the case, that he doesn't have it. I mean, hell, you made it all the way up to Admiral and you can't use hockey. That just doesn't seem right to me. But you know, only time will tell at this point, right? Only time will tell. But yeah, so I wonder if we're gonna get a round 2 in next episode, or whenever we, you know, continue this whole situation with Garp and Kobe going on with the Power Island, right? Because as of right now, the fight between Garp and Aokiji is on hold because, like I said, you know, he just threw that man into the ground. Almost kind of like how Luffy did Kaido a little bit, but he just straight up just tossed that man down there just through the ground instead of getting punched into the ground. It's crazy. It's some crazy stuff going on right now in the head, in Egg in general. But to round off this discussion though, everybody, we got, at the end of this episode, we finally got an update on our boy Law, and he's still alive. He is still alive. He is hanging around. Thankfully, Blackbeard couldn't take him out of there or take his devil fruit. He was saved by our boy Beppooo. Who knew Beppooo was mink? Now, I'm gonna go say this now. Don't y'all come at me because I could be tripping, but I do not recall at any point them saying that Beppooo was a mink, right? This could have been revealed, probably, you know, previous during the Zoe arc or something. I just don't recall at any point them saying this man Beppooo was a mink. But it was crazy to see him go into his Sulong form, and all of it just clicked for me, and I was like, damn, he a mink? Like, what? That's crazy. Once again, this could have been revealed, but I just don't recall. So just getting this reveal right here that this man Beppooo is a mink, it just blew my mind. But you know, had this in his back pocket the entire time, never really used it, but I guess, you know, only use it when you really got to, and he did, you know, use it to save his captain's life. Or I guess technically there still might be a chance that Law could technically die from his injuries, right? But as far as we know right now, our boy Beppooo got Law out of there, right? It doesn't seem that Law is in the race for the One Piece anymore though, because unfortunately he lost both his ship and his crew, so he might be, you know, it might be a wrap for that. But if he does live, Law may be able to have an impact on the story here and there, because you know he's Law, right? He's not just gonna, if he is alive, I don't think he'll just disappear into the wayside, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see if Law like tries and makes him come back and, you know, with his crew, you know, start his crew again or something like that, or if he wants to join somebody else's crew. This is, you know, it's gonna be interesting if he does end up surviving his interest. If he does end up surviving his injuries, it's gonna be interesting to see what type of decisions Law makes and everything and all that. Yeah, so that's cool. That's really, really, really cool. Another thing before we get up out of here though, I just wanted to talk about this as well. It doesn't seem like motherfucking Blackbeard has any limit to like how many devil fruits he can take from people. It seems like that's an innate ability of his devil fruit. Like he can just pull out devil fruits from other people. Like I thought it was maybe like a limit or something, but if they've just been going around, you know, grabbing up power users, you know, things of that nature, right? Then maybe he doesn't have limit. Maybe he's on like some awful one type shit to where he can just take anybody devil's fruit and just give it to somebody else if he really truly wants to, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? Kind of crazy. In addition to all the other things that the darkness fruit can do, right? But you know, the egg arc has been once again phenomenal. It's popping off. Every episode has been popping off. In my opinion, I've been having an amazing time. And I hope you all have been having an amazing time as well. So I will see you all next week. Peace.